Welcome, noobs. Oh, geez, that's a little scary. Hello, it is me again in the FL Noob Zone. So today, what? I'm getting all reverb. Okay, so today I'm explaining the difference between sends and buses and why you want to use them for different applications. Okay, so I've gone over this like briefly in other videos, but this is like the most important of mixing audio. Buses and sends. Okay, it's because sends are going to increase your CPU like efficiency, and buses will allow you to mix sounds from other channels and exactly, you know what I mean. So without further ado, I'm going to tell you what buses are commonly used for first. Now you'll notice that my input, I've already enabled my analog 2 input, which is my microphone input on my sound card, just up here. And when I record this, it's going to go to master bus, okay? Because if you look down here, this knob and this little arrow is enabled, okay? So that means the sound is being routed to the master, all right? Directly from channel 2. It goes in through the effects bus, through this built-in effects in the channel, and then out to the master through the effects bus in the master limiter, etc., and then out of your hardware output. So this is when you're recording, you don't want this because it's going to give you all kinds of headaches. Now what you do is you simply route the bus, route the channel to another one. So I'm going to rename this as mic or Vox in, okay? And I also just bought this thing called an omnicord. I'll do some videos with it later. It's so fun. But I'm going to call, I've already, you'll hear, if you can hear the noise of the omnicord, it's like from 1982. Oh, what happened? Oh, I turned the power off. So, we are, yeah, anyways, I'm going to name that omnicord. Omnicord in. You can Google it. It's fun. And so, anyways, when I record this, like I said, it's going to be routed to the master channel. We want to be able to record it dry, okay, or with EQ or whatever. Here we go. Take EQ off to keep it simple. So I want to record this, and then I want to record it dry, and then I want to mess with the vocals after, right? I want to add delay. I want to add all kinds of funky effects. So how I'm going to do that, I'm going to route this channel, this Vox in channel, to input insert 4, okay? Right click on this arrow, route to this track only, okay? Now you'll notice the arrow's gone here and it's moved over here, all right? So now it's coming in the input from here, going all down the effects in vocal in, which you want to keep dry usually when you're recording the input, unless you want to decrease CPU load later, like adding compression to your input vocals. You know, there's no right or wrong here. So you go down, it goes down the effects through this fader, okay? And then it goes to insert 4, down the insert 4 effects, and then you'll notice that insert 4 is now routed to master, which it always has been. Basically what I did is it took the input from here, moved it over here, all right? And make sure you don't left click, because that won't delete your previous input, all right? That will just that'll just add another one. So I'm going to tell you about that later. That's a form of sends, okay? Right now we're busing. So we're going to I'm going to just show you, I'll just record like me talking, blah, 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 blah. Now, you'll notice that 2 are recorded because I have 2 enabled. I have another recording video. Just type FL NoobZone recording, okay? If you don't know how to record. I'll probably put a link at the end too. So anyways, you'll notice when I double click on the clip that the effects has now gone to 4. So it automatically placed the clip into this insert. So then it's Vox out, all right? Now, we're going to do the same thing with the omnicord, and then Vox or omnicord out. All right, so route that over there, and let's just see if it's working. Hey. There we go. I'm sorry. There we go. Yeah, so anyways, what the purpose of this is you then, right now, everything's dry, okay? So let's say we want to record with effects on, all right? But we don't want to record the effects, which is what I just said we were going to do. So Vox in, okay? We're not going to put any effects in here because this is going to directly be recorded exactly how it sounds coming in through this just this channel. We can put effects on Vox out though, and it won't record the effects. So let's say we want some crazy delays. Check it out. So yeah, there's really just mute that for a second. Yeah, it was really crazy delay when I recorded it, but it's in Mixer 4. So take a look. I'm just going to play that back. So you'll notice that the sound only came through 4 because the clip is just playing through 4 now. After you record it, automatically gets placed in 4, so you don't have any you have a completely dry vocal to work with. See, that's my dry vocal right there. So yeah, when you play it, I just muted the delay, so you can do anything to that vocal. That's the power of bussing when you're recording, okay? Now, also I want to make a note here that when you record, if you record into another bus, if this fader is down, it's going to record it's going to record much quieter, okay? And that's that's going to be the volume of the clip. I'll show you, okay? See? See how low it is there? Because this fader, it's going to record basically from the very bottom of this. So I guess the record should technically be above this bus here, you know, just for visual purposes, because it comes through the input, through the effects, pan, okay, goes to either side, and then it goes through the fader, and then records, and then gets sent to the bus, okay? So it's kind of weird. Like I guess you could do it like that. Go like down and then back up or something. I don't know. Anyways, so that is very important. Make sure that this is always 100% when you're recording. If it's clipping, turn down your input on your analog equipment, okay? So turn down your preamp or just move back from the mic. If you're on like a computer where you don't really have much hardware, you know, I've been there, just the SM58 plugged into the mic. You got to just back off that thing, okay? SM58 with like the headphone jack, you know, I've done it. It's okay. You can do it too. So, anyways, yeah. So now, one other thing, when you're playing live, let's say I'm playing this omnichord, okay? I'll play Can I again because it seems to be the theme. You'll notice that it's pretty loud over what I'm trying to play, right? So I just have to turn this down a bit. But you'll notice that also doesn't really do it. So what I like to do is use sends for this purpose now, okay? I like to use sends because it allows you to use common delay times, common reverbs in your whole project, okay? So on these sends, I've already prepared some delays and whatnot. I'm going to start packing all my effects chains, you know, so you guys can just download them. But anyways, right now, let's say I want the omnichord to sound further back than everything else, okay? Start adding some room. Not that one. So there we go. I just added some ambience. You notice my vocals are way more up front than this now. And I like to put a little spacier delay on my vocals and a longer reverb on the vocals. You can also add a little bit of room delay. So this is what I like to call a room delay. And all you use is the delay here, 30 delay, and turn the time way down. Okay, like we're talking about milliseconds here. All right, 30 milliseconds will give you a really close. Your ear doesn't really hear anything up to 30 milliseconds delay. So unfortunately, you can't tell the milliseconds, but just use the time from 1 to like 3. Okay, that's 0, 0. Let's see, where am I right here? Oh, something like at 5. So yeah, from like 1 to 5. You can hold down the control key to scroll slowly. So let's say 4, and you'll notice I'll just turn it way up. You can hear that just kind of, it's a really tight delay. And that just adds to the ambience of the recording, okay, of your mix. So when you have like, when you have your full mix, you want to be able to use different lengths of sends, and that's what I use sends for. So I have my long delay here. I have a kind of short, or I have a really short delay, really long delay, okay? And then I have my reverb. Kind of a hall reverb. I usually use another tight room reverb, but it depends on the track too, right? This is really minimal what I'm doing here. Only 3 tracks. So, but let's say I want to put this short delay through this send here. So let's go, I'll rename these short delay, okay? And I'll name this long verb and then mid delay, all right? So just so you can tell at a glance. Now, the problem with sends is that you absolutely cannot send one to another. It's just the way it is, grasshoppers. So that is where buses come in handy now. So let's say post-recording, that's where the buses come in, and then this is where they are used. So let's say I want the short delay through the long verb for my omnichord, okay? So I'm gonna go, if you send both, it's gonna send a dry signal, okay? It's basically you're gonna be clicking 2 buses like that, and it's gonna be sending one there, one there. It's not sending one to the next, it's sending one signal to both channels, all right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to File, I'm gonna click and drag Save Mixer Track to 9, okay? And then just for posterity's sake, just so it's fast. And then I'm going to take my long verb and put it to 10. All right. So now what I'm going to do is click the short delay here. I'm going to right click on this bus, route to this track only. Okay. So that means anything that comes in here is also going to go out, is going to go through this, then through the long verb, and then to master. Okay. So you're going to have a short delay to long verb to master. Let's say I'm going to put my omnichord in there. I'll turn off these ones because I don't want to use double the same. Creates all kind of like phase problems you don't want in your song. So it's kind of like haunting. And then you can adjust how much of the short delay you want to go in your long verb. But remember, right, this is something I forgot. When you're going short delay to like another effects, usually in your sends you want to use 100% wet, okay? That's what she said. And in this case, you want the dry signal to still be played because you still want those short delays. Or, I mean, maybe so you don't. So anyways, let's put the dry signal up. So we're getting the short delay, just the delay, okay? Because remember, I didn't route to this track only. I sent the track. So I'm going to right click, and then basically you just left click on short delay to add a send, okay? So then it's being sent to the short delay and then sent to the master. All right. So our dry signal is going to the master, and then it's getting sent to the short delay so we can get all the effects. All right. So let's put that back on. So you see that? It's like so now you have the option. Let's say if you wanted to go 100% or wet here, I'm just going to turn the master off so you can hear exactly what's going through here. So you hear that? And this is the delay going through the reverb with no dry signal. Okay, so one option is to adjust your dry signal here. So now we get that delayed signal plus the reverb, all right? One other option is to use another send. Send this short delay to the master, okay? And then, so now we have our short delay going to the master as well as our omnichord, but that's all right because the short delay it's a delayed signal, so you're not going to get as many phase errors as if it was sending a dry signal to here, and then the short delay was also playing the dry signal, if you know what I mean. That means if this dry knob was up, we'd get phase problems. So we don't want that. So basically, I sent the omnichord to short delay, and the benefit of this is that let's say we wanted to send the vocals to the same channel, okay? Then what I can do is adjust exactly how much of the dry signal I want the vocals to have. So if I just want a really background, you know, like a background kind of sound, then I could turn the master down here, but I still have the same balance as before with the omnichord. Kind of like this haunting thing or something. I don't know. Anyways, that kind of gives you an idea of the difference between buses and sends. All right. So let's say, and that's good if we want to do like I like using just these ones because I don't know. I don't really have a use for going sometimes. There's actually I'm going to do a robot voice tutorial to like show you how to make robot voices, and doing multiple custom sends that send into other tracks is very important for those kind of effects. When you're sending a flange effect into a delay effect, into a distortion effect or bit crush effect, you know, like you got to be able to mix those up for different types of robot voices. And that's when these custom mixer track sends come in handy, because you don't want the dry signal go into all of them. You want to add you want to like make a chain. So it's basically like you just go through and add, let's say in this track, let's say in our Vox Out track here, I just went fruity delay, fruity parametric EQ, convolver, and then I added convolver parametric EQ, all right, to this whole channel. So it just basically allows you to do less here, just your main vocal stuff, which is typically EQ compression. So you could take out the lows, add a little boost in the breath, you know, you get a nice airy feel. Plus your compression, I already have compression going through my analog, but you could use Fruity Compressor, or you can use Fruity Limiter, which does the same thing. And then you go, hello, my name is Elijah, and I make Fruity Loop tutorial. All right. Hey, and I'm actually Ukrainian, so don't get all mad that I'm making fun of Russians. I guess, yeah, you can, because that's not Russian. It's Ukrainian. Anyways, I'll just kind of show you. Now you can play live, record your recording, and then you still get the dry signals to work with. And then I'll play a little bit of Can I on the omnichord. Oh, yeah. Well, I can't believe that love is really hard to find. Maybe risking it all just to say what's really on my mind. But if you believe that love can be here, and if you believe that love can be near, would you take my hand, baby, and fly with me tonight? Make it right, yeah. Can I take you home? Can we be alone? Be my everything. Be your king. Yeah, you get the idea. Subscribe, comment, etc.